god, this is a bad situation.
This is a very bad situation. This has gone horribly.
They're pretty. This is pretty low level. I don't think Zuby would be that big of a dick.
All right, I've read the book.
Oh, I won! Yes!
Rate him 1 out of 10.
How hot is he?
11.
Oh, god damn.
Alright, we're definitely helping.
Somebody made a mistake. I don't know who.
Whose idea was this?
A quick 5-second heads up, this episode has this in it. You've been warned. Last time, on the Pridefall Campaign, the group ventured into the steadily collapsing Eternal Ruins. They searched around the area and found some goodies along the way. However, on their last door, Will Use It was ambushed by unknown creatures, and his left leg completely maimed in the process, now leaving Will unconscious and bleeding out. You caught up now? Alright, cool.
Alright. Other than that, we are now in combat rounds. Everybody roll initiative.
Oh no.
And so, we enter combat with the creatures. First up is Cornelius Barris. What do you do after seeing your ally drop?
Can we pause for a second?
Mm-hmm.
Can I register complaints for a second?
Yeah.
We popped open the door. There was a hole in the door. That would have been loud. These things, they actually stayed quiet in the corner the entire time we were doing that, and we didn't hear them.
Nope, I gave you guys the perception check.
And they were actually like stealthed in the corner.
Yep.
Okay, that's that seems a lot more intelligence than I expect these things to be, but okay.
Although, Tom, I will say, that's a good observation. It's a lot more intelligence than you'd expect.
Mm-hmm. Terrifying.
What does Cornelius Barris do?
Can I stop the bleeding?
You can definitely try. It's a lot more difficult when doing it in the middle of combat rounds, but you can definitely try. That will be a medicine check.
31.
31? You know what? You are under pressure. What I want first from you is a willpower check.
Oh, hot
That
damn.
is 23.
23? Alright, you've passed the under pressure check, and so I'm going to give it to you. You've managed to just barely stemmy Will Use Its bleeding in that single round. That was your primary action.
I don't suppose there's any way I can drag him out of there, is there?
Not with the secondary, no.
Just step on
I was gonna say I'm gonna get out of the way.
Yeah, no, I would get out of the way.
Yep, bear in mind though that Brandon is downed on the ground, so Will Use It is effectively rough terrain, but not an occupied time. All of you guys can move through him with no problem. It will just take double movement to move past through that one time. Alright, and so Cornelius Barris takes a sidestep nope after stopping the bleeding on Will Use It. From there, it then jumps over to Feldriston.
Alright, I am going to... Oh god, this is a bad situation.
This is a very bad situation. This has gone horribly.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to step off to the side here. And I'm going to start doing a 2-turn cast of rain, AoE, damage, water 1, base, and then empowered by 5.
Ooh.
So that's going to be a 2-turn cast. And I'm going to step off to the side. I'm going to shout out, fall back, keep me protected. I'll try and get them in one go.
Perfect. And with that, from Feldriston, it goes down to Doran Rema.
Well, I hear him say fall back and like, don't need to tell me twice. I'm gonna move back about 2 spaces.
You use your secondary action, you have 30 feet of movement, but so far you've used 10.
So I'm just gonna take fire on one of those little things.
Alright, go ahead and you take fire at one of them. Roll an attack roll.
14.
14? 14 is actually a miss.
Okay, wait. So that'd be a 16.
16 is a hit. This is technically his second time playing War and Aether.
We expect you to be more
This is-
experienced by now. Come on.
Poo poo.
Taylor's technically his second campaign, although the first one he had really fucky equipment and wasn't playing for real.
I had a gun.
Tom and Brandon are the experienced ones here who know what they're doing. So, from there, you've taken your couple steps back, you fired your crossbow bolt. 16 is enough to land a hit on that particular creature. Go ahead and roll damage.
That would be 11.
11 on one of the monstrous creatures. And with that, you actually manage to see that one falls over dead. Anything else you want to do with your turn? You do still have your remaining movement.
Yeah, let's step back 2 spaces.
And then after Roar and Rema, it goes to the creatures. The unidentified creatures see the dilapidated, maimed body of the man they just beat. And they begin running out.
Oh no!
Oh, jeez, guys.
Oh, here they come!
Running around, and they go. The firing squad goes to beat you. What is the defense of Cornelius Barris?
13.
15.
13.
13.
Actually, that's a miss. And a miss. That's a hit. And a hit. And a miss!
Ooh.
That's actually really good.
Alright, that is a total of 6 damage.
That's half my health.
Yep.
That's half exactly.
Yeah.
That's limb loss range. Go ahead and roll a debilitation check. Debilitation checks are equal to the damage received at the time you roll the check. And you roll a debilitation check when half your health or greater is lost in a single round.
16.
16? You've passed. You've not yet lost a limb. Alright, and that is the creature's turn. After that, it then jumps back up to the top with Cornelius Barris.
Smack one and run away.
Run away.
I swear to God, if they have fucking attacks of opportunity, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna be so pissed.
They're pretty. This is pretty low level. I don't think Subi would be that big of a dick.
I've read the book.
We're gonna hit him with my shovel.
19? 19. That's a hit.
2 damage!
And so, with your shovel, you've gone and you've slammed it on the nearest creature.
Alright, and then I'm going to
Take a step back.
take a step back.
And then after Cornelius Barris, it turns over to Feldristan, whose spell finishes casting this turn.
15. So I'll move up to here. I should be able to target right in the center of this entire group, right?
Yep, with that, you can target either an enemy or you can target the corners of tiles, and then the AoE explodes based on that.
I'm powered by 5, so that should be 6.
6d2.
6d2. I'm going to do evens and odds here. 9 damage.
9 damage. How do you do this?
The area there, I just flood the whole area with like water. It just kind of holds there and just murders them, and then it just collapses
Like a water
down.
cube. Like
Yeah.
a water cube.
The water seems to be super effective on them. These creatures are pretty small, frail, and weak. You can hear the crunches of their bones and bodies break as the water blasts downward. The water begins to flood the hallway, go into the laboratory, pass through, leaving a small trail of blood through Will Use It as it floods into the area. But with that one spell, as the water begins to dissipate, you see all of the creatures have stopped moving. Every single one of them has died. Well done. You did it.
I did it. Magic works.
I'm going to give TomTom plus 5 XP just for that.
Gotta do quick recovery on, because he's still
Please do.
in the negative.
I'm gonna save you.
Just for medicine.
Okay. Oh my God. 19.
19?
You know what? You're going to be just short of the DC, but I will throw in a little bit of divine intervention to say if he can pass a DC 15 fortitude check, I'll allow it to pass.
Oh my God. This is a good one. Oh, I rolled 19! Yes! 19 total.
All right,
Oh my God.
you can have it.
Ah, damn it.
So he's in -1.
Actually, wait a minute. So, you guys are going to gain XP right now. With that, for the 6 yet unidentified creatures that you've defeated, everybody gets 150 XP.
Oh God.
And Taylor, actually, I want to give you a bonus 5 XP for successfully saving Will Use It. And Brandon, I want to give you a bonus 5 XP for successfully not dying with Will Use It. So, Brandon has leveled up twice. They got all of their XP from fighting off the creatures in the room, but because Brandon has lost a leg, he got a bonus 30 XP, which was exactly enough to level him up twice. By leveling up twice, he went from -2 health, -1 health, up to +7. With that knowledge out of the way, let's get back into it. So you guys have just finished killing the creatures, and Cornelius, you go in to start tending to your friend and recovering him, when suddenly, Will Use It gasps for air.
My fucking leg! Oh no! Oh god. Anyway.
I think Fel just kind of walks by, just like, hand on your shoulder, just, you are one tough motherfucker. Holy shit.
Do you two want to search this room, and I'll take him out of the...
I'm gonna study these real quick, and I'd like to do monsters.
All right, go ahead and roll monsters.
Little disgusting things. 5.
You didn't even get half DC. You have no idea what they are.
I rolled a 1.
These days, getting half the DC is enough for you to identify what the creature is and what the threat level is and what the category is, just none of the finer details of strengths and weaknesses. You have no idea what it is.
How much does one of these weigh?
20, 30 pounds. They are also very thinly.
Can I just, like, pick one up and just, like,
yes.
take this with me?
Can I do a...
All right, Cornelius Barris is doing a knowledge monsters check to identify the creatures himself.
That is,
oh wow.
21.
20.
21 and 20. You guys have successfully identified the creatures as lesser gorglings. Lesser gorglings make up the base of the unintelligent armies of the gorgling horde of the underworld. Minimally, they are a threat when they're just individuals, but their real strength is in greater numbers in the hundreds and thousands. Yeah, those are gorglings, and where there are lesser gorglings, you can expect a scout pack, which means there's probably more behind them. From investigating the room, you can see this room is filled with broken and destroyed furniture, and there is a noticeable cave floor that goes somewhere deeper underground, and you can even see bits of the blue glowstone sprawled around that cave floor, which currently it's daytime and they're not yet glowing. Beyond a quick search of the room, you find that anything of valuable that was in here was clearly ransacked by the lesser gorglings.
We're out.
Yeah, we should go.
All right. Well, seems to have been ransacked, and we ransacked the rest. Let's just
Time to head out before this place collapses on us.
Do you want to try chipping off a piece of the red glowstone?
Yeah, yes, that would be nice.
Let's do it right next to the door, just in case.
Yeah. Right next to the door.
All right, go ahead and roll a... Let's go with an engineering check.
Does anybody have engineering?
No.
All right.
Okay, so that's me and Thomas.
Yep.
And you're currently using me as a cane, just FYI.
Oh, 16.
16? 2. So, Will Use It reaches up to the ceiling corner of the stairs and chips off some of this red glowstone, this strange material, but you do manage to get about a pound of it together. The rest of it seems to all stop glowing after you've chipped some off, but this pound of redstone that you have is still glowing in your hand. And after you've pocketed the 1 pound of glowing redstone, Feldriston, you can hear him chipping away until eventually you hear a very noticeable crack. And from there you see a crack form out of the redstone into the ceiling, and you see the crack just...
Everybody
time to go. Somebody made a mistake. I don't know who.
Whose idea was this?
Oh my god.
And as a personal note, so glad you saved the redstone for last, because
Oh my god.
100% you could have collapsed the entire building ahead of time and just done none of this.
Well, at least we're sealing off the hole.
Yes!
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know what? 5 XP all around.
Huzzah!
From that, you guys run out the entrance to the ruin, back into the outside world, where you see dusk has fallen onto the area. So, you guys exit the Eternal Ruin as you can hear it crumbling, crashing, and collapsing behind you. You've come back to the outside. You can hear crickets chirping in the distance as dusk has fallen upon the area. The sun is beginning to set. It's magic hours. The silhouettes of the trees filler about in the distance. But as you guys come out, you can also see that there is a light in the distance. A light as well as what sounds like almost a whoosh in the air. And you hear somebody shouting, "Back! Back, you vile fiend!" What do you do?
Help
Right,
him out.
this way.
You guys see beyond that there is a man figure.
Rate him 1 out of 10.
How hot is he?
11.
Ooh.
Oh, god damn.
Alright, we're definitely
Alright.
helping.
Wait,
Yeah.
is this a medieval 11?
Yes. So, beyond the way, you guys see a man who has a brown beard, a twirled mustachio, dressed head to toe in what appears to be cheap but heavy armor. This man appears to be wearing colors similar to that of the Gratian Empire, the classic blues and whites, but he lacks the Gratian emblem, as well as any real Gratian soldiers would not have such shit equipment. And surrounding him are 3 further, very small creatures. They look almost similar to the creatures you were fighting before, but these creatures are black as night, like just straight silhouettes. They possess tri-clawed hands and feet, and 2 horns. This man has a great 2-handed sword with a very thin blade that comes to a fine point, and he is trying to stab into these creatures, yelling, "Back! Back, you vile fiend! You will not take me this night!" You guys can see this very clearly, as even in the dim dusk of the setting sun, he is wearing an oiled lantern on his side, lighting the area around him.
Right. I think I'd just
Is
call
this
out, run back towards us, we'll help.
I was gonna say, is this a surprise round for us?
Not anymore. It is now, everybody, roll combat initiative. And so, we enter combat rounds. First up to start in this new combat is Brandon Norfolk with Will Use It. Don't forget, you have a maimed leg.
It's fine.
You're moving at half movement speed without the support of Cornelius, and you have a -6 to all physical skills as well as your base defense.
Okay. How's the plan? 5-foot free step, secondary to whip my axe out, and primary to chuck it.
Alright, and with that, you pull out your woodsman's axe, you go to chuck it, roll the attack roll.
37.
37. 37 is a hit on the first creature. Roll damage. For your woodsman's axe, I'm going to give you 1d4.
9 damage.
9 damage. Will Use It, pulls out his axe, throws it across the way to the nearest black silhouetted unidentified creature. And with that, you see your axe stick right in it for a moment. As the creature clawing at the stranger kind of looks down at the axe before it looks back up at you, and poof. The creature just disappears in a black of smoke, and the axe drops to the ground.
What the fuck?
After that, it then jumps over to Roran Rema.
Alright, I'm gonna move up a few spaces so I can get a good clean shot going.
Alright.
I still only have a basic bolt in, so I'm just gonna use that, so not that. Use secondary action, and I'm gonna take my shot, and it is a 1d8.
28. With your bolt lined up, this time you're not ready to miss. The bolt flies out and lands directly into center mass of this small creature. Roll damage.
Did you do silver or steel bolt?
Just steel. That would be an 8.
8. And with that, the creature lets out a squeal. Ah! As it looks over at you. And then it jumps over to, after Roar and Rema, to Feldristan.
Oh boy. Alright. I'm going to start by 25, 30 feet forward, and then start doing whooshy whoosh. Let's do range AoE damage, base water, regular 1, and then empowered 2 ones.
Alright, that'll be 7 seconds cast time. It will cast on your next turn. After that, it then jumps over 2, from Feldristan to Cornelius Barris.
Oh boy.
What will Cornelius do next?
Can you hand me your shovel so I can chuck that?
Not me shovel! Yeah, I'll just hand Will my shovel.
Just like axe, shovel.
And is that it for your turn?
Yep.
Alright, after that, it then jumps over to the stranger, who takes his sword and he thrusts it into the creature that just had a bolt driven through it. And he misses horribly. Like, the creature's like right in front of him, and he just kind of swung off to the side a bit. Back! Back, I say! And then it goes to the 2 creatures, who look up at this man, and they leap onto him.
Oh,
I
no.
told him to run back to us.
And then, as the creatures, they just cling onto this guy's body. It then jumps over 2, back to the top of the initiative. We'll use it.
Do I have to do a cold shot to not hit him in this instance?
Yep, it is a -10 called shot in order to hit the creature attached. A natural 1 results in you hitting the victim instead.
What are the odds that I roll on that?
Well, now that you said it.
I know, right?
No, it's not 120.
25.
With the -10?
With the -10 in my negative 6.
Alright. That's a hit. With Cornelius's shovel. You yeet that shit. But you yeet that shit and you hit the creature. Roll damage.
9 damage again!
9 damage. And with that, you've killed one of the 2 at random. Another one of the creatures goes, but not the one with the crossbow bolt still sticking out of it. It then jumps over to Roar and Rema.
Alright, secondary action, reload another round.
Reloading.
Hopefully this will be my last shot. I line it up, and I hope for the best. 1.
Natural 1?
No.
Alright, with the regular 1, it's just a miss. But after that, it then jumps over to Feldristan.
My crossbow would have exploded.
Save him, Thomas.
How healthy does this guy look?
He's got armor. Spells are still blocked by armor.
Alright, I'm just gonna run forward a bit. That's the run thing. I'm just gonna look at him and make, sorry, this is gonna be a bit uncomfortable, and just launch out the spell. I empowered it by 2, so this is 3d2, odds and evens, 4 damage.
4 damage. And Tom. That is exactly lethal! Have a bonus 5 XP as you launch your water blast at this single creature that is leeched on to the
It's not
stranger
at the
man.
single, it was area
Oh, it was-
spell,
oh, yeah.
so it's just a blast, like a slice of water rushes over him, so it hits the creature and him.
Luckily, he is completely unfazed. His armor was enough to block the water damage. Woo. But from that, you do your blast, and immediately the creature just in a puff, and the crossbow bolt drops to the ground. With that, you guys have successfully killed the creatures. Everybody gets plus 180 XP.
Oh my
God.
god.
Hell.
Additionally, everybody gets a permanent +2 to their knowledge monsters.
Hey, hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want to see more, hit like and subscribe. It actually helps with the channel. But if you're sticking around in the comments, tell me, what's the worst thing that's ever happened to you or a friend you know in a tabletop game? But otherwise, that's all I've got for today. I'll see y'all later.